Hey, by the way, welcome back to BlazinConvo. See, they thought I forgot, but I really did not forget. Just letting you know that right now. Always been tapped in, except for that shit. Prodigy, yo, nigga, for your ass.com. Come get you some. Ooh, let me tell you. But let me get into it, man. We have the man himself, the king, Prodigy. We're listening to his tracks, and we gotta say, we commend you, bro, on all your movements, all your actions. Actually, you got bars. You got actual lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no flim flam, none of that. You gotta actually sit down and listen to him, and he actually spits some real fast. So let's dive right into it. We got the first question.
Oh yeah, that was one of my questions that I had. For
Main song.
that I really like get from my mom. Where did your inspiration actually come from for that song?
You know what's crazy? No one's ever asked me that question. Thank you. Do you know the song "Mama" from August Alsina?
Yeah.
That's where it kind of came from. August Alsina. August Alsina has always been a very great inspiration to me since I was like 14 in a way. Just the voice and just like his hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like the struggle and everything he kind of came up with, and just everything that August was, and just how different he was when it comes down to music and the sound, you know what I'm saying? It was a very big inspiration to me, so Mama was where that came from. And I don't know, I was kind of feeling lows, at my lows, or I was feeling my emotions, and I feel like I had something to say. And when that came on, and just music like that came on, it just inspired me to make something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever, with any of your music, use that as inspiration for other music that you putting out? Like if you feel like with that song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not physically in the sense what you was going through, but
Yeah.
mentally what you was going through at that moment. Have you used that song or any of your songs to actually inspire any upcoming music you got?
I wouldn't say I do that, but I would say that everything that I do make just, it's kind of like when something happens to me, or if I'm feeling some type of way, or if I just have some bars off the top of my head, I'm gonna start putting them down or just spitting them, whatever it is. I got hella voice memos, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I make my songs. And I wouldn't say I make them to make an inspiration for the next one, but you know what I'm saying? I just keep pushing and trying to get the next idea and make it more fire the next time too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's what I try to do with it.
So I told you, man, this was gonna be a good one. Because we know music. He knows music. But you gotta know music. Even the first question was not even a banger. That's the question.
Man.
Boy, we got some shit for your ass.
Yeah, some shit there.
Newscaster coming in.
Sir.
Listen here, man. This thing don't want to work. This is what, yeah. When does your best writing happen?
So, I would say my best writing happens, first of all, when I don't curse.
I feel that.
When I'm like, I don't, it's something about cursing in your music. It's like, yes, it's something you definitely feel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something in the moment. But when you can rhyme and make things work, when you don't have to curse,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just use different vocabulary and just
It's a different level of lyrics.
exactly. So when you can do that, I feel like that's when I make the best music.
Mm-hmm.
And those times would be when I'm just, I would say when people are talking shit,
Yeah.
or if I'm like on my lows and like in my emotions type shit.
I feel
what
you.
I'm saying. Because when I'm in my emotions, I'm able to like really get inside and just get in my mind and get in my heart and really try to like decipher what's going on. And for me to do that, I need to write it down, I need to speak it out. You know what I'm saying? And if someone's talking shit, I'm like, all right, well, I'm really finna show you what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And then I just drop
Lace
it
'em.
on, you know what I'm saying?
Lace them like that.
So,
So that, yeah. Because that ties in because he's emotionally driven to write a song. You actually answered that one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you actually take your emotion and know how to literally forecast and direct it. in a manner you need to be able to.
Oh yeah, big Gemini, brother. So remember what I'm saying? That shit for sure.
I know that's right.
That's all it is.
It's not even mad at that, man. Realistically, that's where lyricism, in my opinion, comes from. You can just actually sit and know how to convey the message. But if you got to go from 0 to a buck, you can go to a buck if you need to. Don't really take me there because you don't know that's dirty.
Right.
And I got disrespect for your mother and some more shit. That's how it feels when you got to do it. Yeah.
Right.
It's a gentleman's game out here in this world.
Do it in the type of way too. You're like, damn, what'd you just say? But then you look back like 2 minutes later, like, damn, you just straight my mom.
That nigga toast when I see him, nigga.
That's funny because he actually put 2 into 1 to answer that next question I had on as far as the ride.
I'm just running it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What's your greatest fear as an artist?
Greatest fear as an artist?
Yes. Great question.
It can never happen, but not being original.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it when people, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to talk down on anybody, but I feel like when you start to get to a certain level, you kind of just sit back and you're like, okay, I have all this other stuff going for me, so maybe I don't really have to go as hard on the music anymore.
Yeah.
For me, music is something that I really can't live and breathe without. So it's like, if I stop this shit, it's not gonna work for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact, Jack.
y'all ain't gonna get the music. I'm not gonna be good. I'm not gonna be good mentally.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna be a good situation. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Why rock the cradle? I understand that. Yeah.
It's a hell of a passion.
No, that's right. I'll lace this in here. Everybody get it.
you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not even mad at that. Get him a paper, pen, fire beat you can get. I heard he got the stick and he with the shits. That's his first bar. Go put him in there. Real trap. I know that feeling. Yeah. I'm not waiting for shit, nigga. No.
So what separates Prodigy from other artists?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm first of all, I'm down to jump out of the box for whatever. Like, I feel like a lot of people just drop shit that they think is gonna go up, and I'm just like, nah, fuck that. I like this sound. Y'all may not like this sound, but I know they're gonna like this sound, so we'll drop it anyway.
Right.
That kind of sets me apart from people because I just like to do my own thing. Don't really try to stay in a box, like I said, and just the hustle, man. Like, I feel like people really don't hustle like I do, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that to like boast my horn or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there's just a certain level of hustle that motherfuckers don't really reach sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But at the same time, everybody can reach that level. It just takes effort. First of all, manifestation as well.
Yeah.
And just making sure shit happens for you.
Yeah, you gotta put that shit out there. That's for damn sure. You leave it in there, it ain't gonna help nobody. Like you said before. But it don't.
You gotta put in what you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
That's big facts, man. Let's see. What's a major goal you have for yourself as an artist?
Man, major goal for me. Man, just to make a life out of this shit for real, man. Make a living for myself and my family's family. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a very big goal of mine. To be able to support me and everybody else's goals if I needed, because they've helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then just to be known for my art, bro. To be honest, just to be known as an artist and someone who makes music and someone who just is creative in a way. Because I feel like you don't really get that title until you make those hits. You go crazy in certain ways. You get that deal. You do whatever you do to make it happen. But I want to get to that point as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that one. Most
Just
definitely.
working for the journey and making a name for yourself for real.
That's because you understand the craft.
Exactly.
Like when you go through that emotional state with certain things, that's when you, that emotionally driven songs, it can be some of the best ones, man. Some of the most painful ones, but some of the best ones. And you can see where motherfucker's mindset was when he wrote that song.
I just want to make beautiful music too, bro.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much things you can do with music, and I just want to get to that point where I'm like, okay, I can do a lot of it. It's never get to a point where you're like, okay, I can do all of it. But I want to get to the point where like, okay, I can do a really good majority of music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm on the 20%, maybe 10%.
Yeah, you putting it in though.
You're going up. But
So like when you,
reloading.
like the ones, like your music, your tracks that you have, that like when you feeling down, you had to write that. Do you feel like after you put it out, like kind of like a liberation from that moment?
Yeah. Definitely. It's, yeah, for sure. Cause it's like, music is a way for me to talk, you know what I'm saying? I'm not very good at speaking and telling people my feelings very much. I'm kind of getting better at it now because I have to. But music is a way for me to do that. So when I get a chance to drop those songs, like with Mama, there was a lot of things there's a lot of verses in there, a lot of words and stuff in there, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff in there that people probably miss, but y'all, you know what I'm saying, caught. And it's things I really needed to say.
Yeah.
So when people heard that, it's like, okay, now I can have a different perspective. So, yeah.
I feel
Definitely.
Like when I was hearing that song, for a second it put me back to my old days, hustling days, where it was just kind of like, okay, I feel this.
That's fire.
I feel this. Like it was hitting for me because I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
felt that though. I did that. I ain't even gonna say a lie.
I wish I had that then. Like,
That's hard.
because it would have been something I'd been dumping in the damn car. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I feel today. Fuck all y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's real trap though.
That's what's up.
You can put your suit on to that motherfucker and lace up for the day. You know what I'm saying? You got somewhere to be. You gotta grab them special shoes because this is about to be a special stage.
You feel all that weight on you.
You know what I mean?
And it's just kind of like you listen to it and it's like, okay, hold on.
This might get ready. That could be somebody getting ready for an interview, a basketball game, a football game.
Anything, man. That's that motivation shit for real.
Oh, so you hear shit in the background. Power. Damn.
Fire.
I want to play that song for Joe when he got to go to his next
You know what I'm
game.
saying?
Fire.
Yes.
This is up.
Yeah, buddy.
You gonna turn up?
That man.
Play for the whole team.
Yeah.
Because they need it.
They need it. They got
Just sit down, just listen.
right now. Yeah, because they are horribly late.
They need it.
Let me see. What's this one? Damn. I should have made this bigger.
So in the next 5 years,
Oh yeah, that one.
where do you see yourself?
Thank you so much.
Next 5 years.
It's real in here.
I see myself, man, just winning. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, just making a name out of this, like it's been happening, and making a life out of it. That's my goal in the next 5 years, and being able to also have my own little company and things going on in that way as well. You know, little investments and things, just be smart. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for in the next 5 years, to be financially stable, make this music shit a life, make this, you know what I'm saying, this clothing, all this other stuff a life.
Yeah. So you're taking your financial, what do you call
revenues.
it? Yeah, you're to build your financial freedom, to make sure you're financially stable. You're on your own.
Exactly.
You know. So that's actually smart, to turn those investments into those long-term investments, to make sure that you and yours is good for a very, very long time.
Right.
Oh.
Trying to get that generational wealth.
Yeah.
So with trying to do that, right? And that's your goal. Like, I'm not gonna ask do you, but how do you separate the yes sirs, the yes people, the people that you feel like you think on the surface they support and they right there,
Yeah.
but then they talk about, oh yo, we gonna get it,
Yeah.
but they ain't putting in as much drive even in the background to help
Easy.
you get there.
It's easy to see, to be honest, because I feel like people don't really get me, or get the whole side of me, because I'm like, if I rock with you, I rock with you. Like, if you need help doing some shit, if you need help in a drill, whatever it is, I'm gonna make sure we straight. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't do that for you as well. But when it comes down to the music, it's like, if you don't come to my shows, you don't pay for a ticket, okay, you share it, okay, you like it, all the other stuff. I appreciate that. But at the same time, I'm an artist. This is something I'm trying to do for my career.
Yeah.
If you don't actually put into my career, which is $10, $15, whatever the fuck the ticket price is, I can't really rock with you. As soon as you do that, it's fan to the end. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually showing love, you're actually doing that, and it's hard to come by.
Yeah.
So I think just doing that and let motherfuckers know that like it's a genuine love either way. But just like you would do if you had a hustle and you need to make some shit happen and you have a dream, you're going to charge for it. So why is it any different for an artist? Okay,
Yeah.
it's not cool. And you believe in that? Cool. So we really locked in. And that's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? People who really respect that are the people that I rock with.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you find yourself around more creative people now than before?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I've always been around creative people like probably since I was like 11, 12. But yeah, just now for sure, just working as hard as I've been working and just being as active as I can. Definitely seeing creative people as much as every day. You know what I'm saying? Daily, all day. All my homies is creative. Everything that I do now and everything I know now has happened because of music. You know what I'm saying? So definitely see it all.
Keep that positive flow and that positive.
Yeah.
You already know.
Absolutely. Most definitely. That's something you gotta keep. I mean, especially when you're an artist, because that can mean everything. You know, your vibes can mean everything.
Exactly.
You could be in your room by your damn self in a corner looking crazy, but it's you just whatever you want. You just in that mode. Somebody creep that. You like,
That shit just happening. Fucking a week ago, I was at the studio off some shrooms, some new studio that I never really been to before off the shrooms. It was just not a good time. You know what I'm saying? My vibe was like, nah.
Shrooms? See, look, what do you need in order to make a song then?
Shit, I don't need shit. What I like to do, you know what I'm saying? I can turn up, smoke, all that.
Because some people do, you know what I mean?
Honestly, man, when it comes down to the singing stuff, I do like to do shrooms just to like, I don't know, it gets me into feeling.
It's a mood enhancer.
Yeah, it's a mood enhancer for sure. So, like with Mama, I was at the shrooms, you know what I'm saying, made that. But it's like, it's not something I need. It's a mood enhancer, yes. And smoking is not something I need as well. It's nothing to just hop on the mic and just go crazy. It's just, I like being in the vibe, I like being out of my mind, and I like being able to get into a different realm when it comes into my brain. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get to that level.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely gotta get to that level. I can feel that. I'm ready for that one.
Because I know with those, but you gotta be in that mindset that you want to be in before you take it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like to come to the studio with things like prepared already, and if not, then I don't really like to do anything because I feel like when I do things like that, it kind of messes up my flow.
I know that's right. You know it before, so you do what I used to do, or I don't know. I know many people do it, but it's called. I called it marrying the beat.
Okay.
You understand the highs, the lows, the pitches, and everything like that. So when it comes times for you to actually write it out and flow it out, it comes out like.
Oh yeah, I rehearsed that bitch 20 times.
You know what I'm saying? Before you get to the mic, but you know, a motherfucker, you be like, yeah, let me do a song with you. And you come through the studio and you be like, that nigga be like this in there. We can tell you reading.
Right.
You're not there yet. So
Right.
do it in the mirror. Do what you got, you know what I mean? On the way to work, on the way home from work, go pick up the babies or whatever. Practice that bit.
Yeah.
So when it come out, it got that passion behind it. Nigga, I felt this. I'm not just writing it to write it. Nigga, I felt this. And that's how them tracks come out laced.
Facts. I do have to say when I record, I do be smoking, you know what I'm saying? So I do have to read it sometimes and be like, okay, this is what I said for
No, I
sure.
understand
But then once you get it, you're like, okay, this is what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know you got the engineer in there make it do what it do.
Yeah.
But you still come in prepared, man.
Exactly.
You could be just in that mode and all of a sudden you just got it. It seemed like on certain days you can record, right? And you can't catch the pattern, the breath pattern, because you know how you wrote it. But when it comes to actually spitting it, it's like something's off.
Yeah, it could be some fucking drinking enough water or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I try to keep some tea on me or some fucking coffee or something. You know, keep my voice right.
That's a whole different head right there, boy. I swear for goodness. Let me see right here. Oh.
How do you separate your regular personal life away from your artistry? Like your
That's the
profession.
question.
Very, very good question.
That shit hard. It's a lot. That shit hard as hell. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I love it though, because it's something you signed up for. It's like the chokes, you feel me? But yeah, I feel like the people who rock with me and the people who are going to rock with me understand that this is the shit I love, this is what I'm hustling for, and this is what's going to happen. You can either strap in and be around or not. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the bullshit that comes with it or not. And at the end of the day, I'm always gonna show love and make sure shit's straight either way. You know what I'm saying? If we for sure locked in, I could do anything for you, just like you could do anything for me. Like I said, you may not do that, but at the same time, you're going to deal with this artist shit the same. You know what I'm saying? That's just the trade-off. But it's cool. It works. It's hard for me to kind of make time for my fam a lot of the times, just because I'll be busy, but they understand. And I do try to make as much time as I can. Like when it comes down to Christmas, Thanksgiving, I've been chilling with my mom nowadays, like every week, every 2 weeks or something, just to catch up. So just trying to make that time. It's been working.
Yeah, no doubt.
Have you had your instances yet? The shows that you see some of your regular attenders that come, fans?
It's all love for the, you know what I'm saying, for the fam out there. All love for the fam. They already know who they are. High Heads, they've been coming to a couple of my shows. Von Rebel, she's always, man, she's
I like her content too. I feel we fuck with High Heads. We like the Von Rebel too.
Yeah, that's fam.
Von Rebel shows we have.
Shout out Vaughn. Shout out the Von Rebel show. All that. That's family.
I'm gonna put it down there.
Yeah, much love.
You know where that magic happened.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You gonna see it though. It's Kadoosh.
I mean, shit, I'm always gonna shout out Bummy, you know what I'm saying? Cause she steady be showing love to everyone in my shows, that's my shorty. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other people, I mean, like Foreign Dutch usually comes to my shows. But you know, that's also artist homies at the same time when it comes down to the actual, like,
people in the crowd.
Yeah, in the crowd, there's definitely a lot more people coming out and showing love, so all love to the fan, for real.
Let me ask you this real quick. What was the most ratchet place you performed? Like when you got on stage, nigga, you was like, wow. Okay. You gonna listen to me and like me, but damn. It'd be some place. I'd have been in some places where I was on stage like, damn. This can't. Okay. I got 2 songs right. I'm out.
Oh, you know what it was? It wasn't even out here. It was out in Minnesota. I was out there for a couple of years. When I was out there, I dropped my first song called Flexin'. As before, I went as Prodigy, I went as H-Town Sav for a little while. I performed that song at this like party. Everybody was drunk, everybody was faded, off of some shit, and it was just like the stage was like this, basically. It was like that, and I'd have to hop on it, and the mic was fucking it was probably as long as this. It was like, so I'm sitting here like, trying to perform my first song, you know what I'm saying, at a party. Right. And like little ass stage like that, it's dirty as hell, it's roaches, all types of shit. We're young, probably like 18 at this time, you know what I'm saying? Probably, I think it was an Airbnb or some bullshit, so shorty hit us up and we just made it happen. But yeah, man, dirty as hell. That was not a good time. Everybody loved it. It was a great time when it comes down to performing it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
It was just not it was not a good vibe for your first performance.
Not your first one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I didn't perform again for like 2 years after that.
Seriously?
Yeah. I was kind of out of music for a little while.
You traveled a lot though. Yeah. Like I seen that in your other videos. Like you traveled like for a little bit. You stayed in what's name for like 8 years.
Texas?
Yeah, you stayed out there for like 8 years. Then you bounced somewhere else for like 2-3 years.
That was Minnesota.
Yeah.
I was also up in Colorado, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. And then Arizona.
Yeah. So how does that affect your music?
Just knowing different people for real. Having those different experiences and kind of working with different people too. Because like I said, I've always been around the creatives when it comes down to like 11 to 12 years old. I wasn't really supposed to, but in a way that kind of came to me. I was kind of like supposed to be around the athletes, you feel me? Like I was always balling and running track or football or basketball. That's what my brother was doing. That's what I was trying to do. So once I kind of stopped doing that, even when I was doing that, people were still rocking with me that were creatives. So San Antonio, yeah, was a good spot for sure. About 8 years out there. Minnesota, like I said, 2 years. And a lot of reasons too, when I wasn't making music out there, because I was just on probation and I was doing a lot of other shit.
Yeah, it's life shit.
Yeah.
Real life shit. It's not the fact that music not real life, but at that moment in time, you gotta put that.
Focus.
Yeah. I wasn't worried about that music. I was worried about living. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the fuck right. You know that.
How do you feel about your evolution? I mean, you
All
evolved.
small struggle, man. Hope it looks. Thank you, brother. The evolution. I love it. I think it's amazing what music can do and what people can do with music when you just keep at it and keep believing in yourself and just keep hustling. The evolution is crazy because to me, music is a story, and my music it's kind of like a novel. You know what I'm saying? From the start, you can see where my head was at, and now you can see where my head's at. If you see my other unreleased music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you go through the whole catalog, you kind of get what's been happening. You see where bro's been at, whoever, you know what I'm saying, where their headspace is, and it works. That's how I feel.
Because I can't, and for me it's good.
Yeah.
But I can't place you in a genre of music, and I feel like you created your own type of lane to it.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like I really appreciate it. Like you created your own lane, and you don't fit the cookie cutter, stereotypical type of artist, which to me is great.
Thank you so much. That's all I'm really trying to do. Trying to let motherfuckers know that there's, and not even let people know, but just inform people that there's no box and there is no genre. I like to do everything. Like I said, if I hear a certain beat, I'll just start freestyling to it. If I like it, we're gonna hop on it, and the vibe's right. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it happen. That's how Smoke One came about. Nobody cared about anything. It just happened.
Sometimes music do that though. It'd be 3 o'clock in the morning and you just won't stop.
Right.
And then you look back at it and you just be like, damn, that's actually a hit. Appreciate you 45 minutes of being up. You need to pass the fuck back up.
Right.
Sometimes they just come like that. You can have a fire ass 16. That's all you care about at that moment. And then you get a whole fucking 3 songs out of that.
Facts.
I don't know why. It's just, you get to that zone, it don't ever stop.
See, because I feel like if people, as long as they sit down and they listening to your stuff, like they'll really realize they can't just place you.
Right.
Just any. They really listening. They're not just gonna place you in. They gonna see that open avenue and be like, yep, that's him.
What's the difference when you see them in the crowd and they recite your shit back to you? That's a fucking trippy thing, ain't it? It's crazy. You looking at them, cause you recognize them, but you don't know they fucking with you like that. To where it's on their Spotify playlist probably like 3-4 times.
Yeah. They pull up to you singing your song.
Like, what? That's trippy. Like when you humbly accept it, you be like, nigga, what? I wrote that shit and you remember? I had to hurry up and remember that shit for this song, but you know it already? Nigga, that's a different feeling, yo. That's love. For real, that's love.
That is. I love that shit. I love the fam. I love everybody who do that shit, man. It really makes everything worth it, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just get to see what people really feel about your music, like you said, and how it really affects them. Because that's what I like to do with this shit. Yes, I like to show my music and let people know that I love my art and will always spread my art. But the fact that it touches your heart and touches your soul, that means the fucking world to me.
No, that's right.
And it's sometimes it's songs that I don't even give a fuck about. And I'm like, damn, y'all still love that shit? Wow.
That was gonna be my other question. You got any songs that you feel like,
Flexing.
maybe?
My first song, Flexing. I like that song, but at the same time, like, bro, I was on such a different mindset. I was, first of all, my whole name, like I said, was H-Town Sad. I was just talking about trapping. I was talking about all this other shit. I was talking about taking you a bitch. I was talking about fucking shooting, all this other shit.
Normal rap shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe of my music. But at the time, it's what was popping. Everybody was liking it. You know what I'm saying? It was that mosh pit shit. X was just turning up. So I made some shit like that. And I don't really like making music like that unless it's some rage type of feeling that I'm on. But yeah, like it went up, but it was not my favorite song. But people still hit me up all the time, like, yo, I love this song. I'm like, that's my first song. What are you talking about?
That's some cool hit right there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Your mindset as an artist grows so much. So I guess between that time span of you now, from when you wrote that song as an artist, probably went through 2 or 3 different evolutions in that period.
Shit, probably 4, 5.
And then mixing the fact that you lived in different areas, so you have a different perspective of people on a real level from state to state.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You see through a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah.
You start to see a lot of the fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just adapt.
You can relate on so many levels in so many places. You know how popular the music would be everywhere. Niggas was as traveled as you was.
Man, bro, crazy.
What?
Crazy.
Cause you know the lingo in them places.
Exactly.
This from my Texas niggas. This is from my, you know what I'm saying? Like my Arizona niggas. They start, they get all that shit everywhere. He been everywhere, nigga.
Facts.
That is powerful. And just that short amount of time, he lived in like 3 places for a long time. Not like 2 weeks. Like I drove through.
Put some time.
Yeah, he put some time in that mother. Jeez. That was the good one.
Oh,
Yeah. See, that's why I put that there. See, I be knowing what I'm doing sometimes. Ain't nothing like back then though.
So, from your perspective, not society, not this industry, how many times would you say you personally, you felt a fail? Like, even if nobody else acknowledged, you acknowledged.
I felt like I failed.
Like, I shouldn't say not fail, fall.
Okay. Fall. I would say 3 times to go to jail, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could definitely be falling, because it's like you can't do anything. Like, yeah, you get some money in your books sometimes. You never know who you're rocking with. I wasn't getting any money in my books, but it's possible.
Yeah.
When that doesn't happen, my fault. Can you run the question back one more time? We've got dumb eye.
I was thinking from your perspective as far as, okay.
My fault.
No, you fine. I'm gonna get a little bit more
Told you,
specific.
this
Okay.
is no stunt dummies here.
Yeah,
This is real.
Yeah.
So, doing with your music, any times that you felt like you fall.
Okay, failed. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going to jail 3 times, definitely falling because you can't do anything. Not really getting any money on your books. You can't really talk to your people. I mean, you can, but at the same time, you can only talk to people for what, 3-4 minutes, whatever it is. And it's just, it's times in your lows because you lost your freedom.
Right.
One thing that you're supposed to have is freedom. So that's times I feel like I failed. I mean, you're definitely gonna come back up at some time. But yeah, I would say that for real. And there's times though, because at the same, you can fall, you can break your face, but it's just about getting back up.
Yeah.
When you're in jail though, it's hard to get back up.
It's hard, nigga. You do the same shit every day.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. You just gotta.
Feel like with you going to jail, it helped to push you harder into your music, into your craft? Like it gave you that drive of like, yo, I ain't going back to this shit. I'm gonna stay focused on this.
Yeah, it's that, and it's like I have more to care about now. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a girl, I have a career that I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? And before, I knew I had something, I just didn't really care about it as much. I was just not as mature or smart enough to make the right decisions. So now I'm on a different wavelength and making that shit happen. Yeah.
You know, the same thing that you had told me. You like that reason that you knew that you had to fight, but you didn't know what it was for at that time.
It was that and just like being broke, because I've been broke up and homeless, like all that stuff. So
The real shit happened. You survived it.
yeah, you feel me? So it's like once you go through that, you're like, alright, first of all, I'm never gonna complain and take shit for granted.
Yes.
And then second of all, I'm gonna always hustle and make sure this shit's straight and make sure, like I said, generational wealth is on the way. So we don't ever have to worry about that again.
Right.
Never going back.
Being financially independent would be amazing. There's a difference. Financial freedom is different from financial independence.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. You start doing that,
It's over with.
it's over. You can't. Anything you do from that moment forth is gonna prosper.
It's all you.
People not thinking on that, for the most part. You know what I mean? You get a bag, you come up with a little check, and hood rich.
That's what I was talking about, like making a bag, like if you do whatever you do to make that shit happen, you make your dirty money, turn that shit into legal money some type of way. Cause it's gonna be a lot better for you when you have your own clothing brand, when you have your own whatever the fuck you want, and it's your own money, and like you said, you don't have to worry about shit. Cause you're individually, you know what I'm saying, you're free when it comes down to your expenses and everything like that. Pretty cool. So why would you even trip about making any more dirty money when you just came up on your legal money? You keep doing it, you don't even have to trap no more. A lot of people just keep trapping and think it's gonna make some shit, but that energy is just gonna keep following you, and things are just not gonna go right for you.
I didn't know people were still trapping.
Everybody.
Realistically, I guess I'm that nigga now, because I'm always like, who and why now? Where y'all at? Y'all ain't. Is y'all out there for real?
They out here, man.
Y'all out there?
They here.
Let me know. They gonna pop up. Yeah, we right here.
I get it though, man. You gotta get where you live. Been there too. You gotta make something out of it too. Can never just stay in the same position. Can never just stay stagnant.
That's dangerous.
Yep. Facts.
Indeed.
Getting comfortable. That's dangerous.
You gotta be uncomfortable to be comfortable. Facts.
Ain't that the damn truth?
And then trying to conversate with people that have that open mindset, that's receptive. Because, you know, a lot of people out there say, oh yeah, I got an open mindset. You know, you sit down and talk and then they want to shut you down every 5-10 seconds because your vision as to what you see or your perspective doesn't line up with theirs. And then you got certain people that want to block you, and it's not like you wish them anything wrong. It's just like I can't move with you. I can't take this step your direction because you want to go way off this way, and I'm trying to stay this way.
Yep, happens a lot. Definitely happens a lot. That is true. A lot of people can't handle it. A lot of people move different, and a lot of people just kind of fall out sometimes. And that's just part of the hustle. It's part of the grind. Once you figure that out, once you understand that the first thing you need to do is make relationships with everybody and stop fucking being involved in your ego and everything that people are all worried about, that's gonna make you go very far. I promise you. Just a little 2 cents from pride.
That's factual.
Cause all this beef and shit, all this bullshit, it's so dumb.
It's a waste of time.
Exactly.
Waste of time.
So it's all peace and love to everybody. If you ever trying to smoke, take a shot, do whatever, hit me. I'm talking about hit me in my DMs, see me in my shows, whatever that is. We can do that. It's all love. Appreciate y'all.
When's the next show?
Shit, the next show is 7th, live in color. Shout out Charles, putting that on. Great time. There's poetry. We're gonna be smoking in there, I believe. Sipping for sure. yeah, live poetry. I'm doing some poetry as well, and live performances, and just a great vibe, bro. It's always a great time at the Live in Colors. The energy in the room is just crazy. I love it. Everybody's just creative and just cool and just kind of like hippie-ish and just vibe. I love different shows like that. It's just people are just having a great time.
Yeah, genuine reactions from people.
Exactly. And everybody's just dialed in when it comes down to, I don't know, I feel like at certain shows people are kind of angry, like we were talking about before. There's just that negative energy. At these shows, there's none of that. Like, they're coming straight up to the front of the stage or whatever it is just to listen to what you're saying. And you know, it's just a great vibe. So I love Live in Color and everything that they're about. Looking forward to it. It's January 7th. Hit me for the tickets. Let me know. You know what I'm saying?
In the magic. Like,
I know what it is.
skadoosh.
I know we need a copy because yeah, I want to feel that vibe.
Yes. I'll probably be out the shrooms if you're trying to see Prod off the
It's a vibe, man.
We're gonna have a great time.
I'm trying to tell you, there's no stuntmen or women on this side of the earth. We are walking and talking as if we are with you right now.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It get loud in here. You know where you at. Watch me put all Prodigy stuff down. Just like, boom. I'm gonna do this shit like 6 times. Boom, boom, boom.
Drop it on that.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I could drop Flex's bomb on it, but I get sued like a motherfucker. He wake up to use this shit. Hey, yo, son, you hit my bomb. You hit my bomb, son. See you in court, nigga.
Never that. That's all good. All publicity's good publicity, nigga. I'd be like, damn, the first song?
The first one, nigga, yeah.
Man, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, right. Somebody would be like, look, Flex.
I'm fucking dead.
So other than
Just
your
throw this right away.
Let me have one. I just what?
other than your first song,
I got you.
have you had any of the songs since then that you felt like because it was wanted or asked for, you did it? Maybe you might not have been feeling it too much. You got to feel like as you was doing it, but like at that moment, anybody had presented a project to you, like, yo, can you do something with this or with this, with anything, like the lyrics, the
Yeah.
like if they wanted you to go one direction. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I could say like,
Cause now I gotta hear Flex. I
hey,
got
y'all really want to run it, we can run it. I'm with the shit. But that's on SoundCloud as well. Let me see. I feel like the only song I can really think of right now is Smoke One, and that's because I wanted to do the song, but it was also for a reggae festival. That's the only reason why I really made the song. Is because I was trying to perform at a reggae festival. I didn't have any reggae music, so that's why I made Smoke One, and I love marijuana, so that's why I made Smoke One as well. Let me think. There's been a couple of songs, like I don't want to name drop artists and stuff like that, but it's just like the vibe's not right. You know what I'm saying? You thought everything was gonna be straight, but it wasn't when it comes down to it. So there's been a few of those.
Right.
And that's all I can really think of for real. Every other song I've dropped, I've wanted to drop. Yeah, I definitely wanted to drop. There's a song called Blue Lights that I really wanted to drop. That's about like police brutality and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that you can kind of say is forced in a way, but nobody forced me but the system and everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
So that's kind of forced.
Yeah.
But that's all I can really think of.
Yeah. And what way is like your favorite manner to record? Like, would you rather be at home chilling, or like, are you like gotta get out and go to the studio?
I'm kind of like, I like going, first of all, to somewhere I'm very comfortable nowadays. I've used to be able to just like go to places and just record or whatever and just not really care about, I did care about how it came out, but I didn't really understand that when you're in a place that you're comfortable, you sound a lot better, you just, everything just works a lot more and the vibe is right. So that's something I can say. And the home studios is cool, you know what I'm saying? But if it's my home, it's something I really like to do for sure.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be the homies as well. Or y'all just gotta have some really good gas or something. It's gotta be good vibes, everything, you know what I'm saying? We could've went to the party, we could've did something that's a good vibe. And we're just able to turn up and record. I like home studio, or home setups, you know what I'm saying? Really just intimate setups in a way. I do like recording at like big studios too, but I like doing that for pictures. I like doing that for music videos, all that other
The
stuff.
backdrop look great,
You know what I'm saying?
but the feel is different when you at the crib.
Exactly.
More personal.
Exactly.
Yeah, those songs come alive too. For real. You can just be in a corner in your mama house,
It's that shit,
and
man.
then you just be like, "Damn, you smell the chicken cooking? Like, you know, damn chicken cooking. Well, let me bust this bitch down real quick."
It's the hustle too, man. Cause you're just, like you said, you're sitting in the corner doing something rather than, oh, I'm looking around in the studio, I see this view. Oh, there's a bad bitch over there. Oh, there's some gas over there. Oh, damn, there's a cool producer over there.
Right.
You know you're making shit happen. You feel me? Like, I like to know you're making shit happen, but you're still in your roots. You know what I'm saying? Making shit still work. I think it's very important, at least to my creative processes. Being in the home studios and being comfortable with the people you're recording with.
I feel that way too. You ain't got all them crazy ass distractions.
There's a lot of weird ass motherfuckers too.
Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it.
You record some fire, you be like, "Who the hell is that in the back?" Your session is over.
Yo.
I thought we had more time. Your session is over.
Man, you pull up and they're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got this dope producer that's gonna make this shit happen. Pull up, there's no fucking mixing, mastering, anything like that. They don't got interface. The headphones don't work. Like, I'm just,
It'd be too
I got
much
time
shit.
for this shit.
Once I found out, like, my engineer broke it down to me, like, nigga, you can record from the house, because he refused to go to the studio. And I had a, like, 45-minute drive, nigga. And this nigga was like, listen, I'm gonna come past your crib, and I'm gonna set some shit up that I got. He set it up for me, taught me how to take all of the files out of, I forget what system we were using. Fruity Loops. Upload, download, Dropbox it, send it to him, and he can mix it and everything down right into Pro Tools. I was like, nigga, what? Once I found that, I never went back. Canceled that space. What was it for?
Right.
Nigga, what? That was the album we had did, and we won an award for it.
Fire.
That shit was crazy. Shout out to Bamboo, yo. Know y'all did. That's my man, yo. Much love. We got an award for that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a fire, man.
Do you have any music that you felt like you dived in like super deep into your head? That it was like no going back?
That's a funny ass question. There's no cool.
It's like, fuck it, I have to do it. I've already been started.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like there's no pause, like you just go.
Yeah, there's some songs that I made. I'm just like, damn. Like I said in a lot of interviews, all the music that I make, I don't want my people to know. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of have to let motherfuckers know, just because I can't cap in my music, or it's not genuine. It's not real to me, and I feel like a lot of people do cap.
Yeah.
And just not really, they don't tell the truth. So it's really easy to see through that bullshit. I can't do that to myself. I just can't be known for lies.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of songs, like in one of the songs, I'd say I've always had, or I've never had a father. What I say? I've always had a father even though he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that he wasn't, I mean, he was there, but he wasn't really acting like he wanted to be there because I'm not part of the family with blood. You know what I'm saying? People don't really know that. But that's just kind of how that worked out. So we kind of had to work through that when we grow up and mature. But there's things like that my mom tells me like, oh, I don't want to hear that, or my pops told me. I mean, he hasn't told me anything about it, but just my mom saying things like that. Like, I don't want to play that song. I don't want to hear that. That kind of hurts me, but I have to let y'all know how I'm feeling, or it's just not going to be real music to me.
Right.
So yeah, it's things like that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think? Told you.
Gotta tell my mom, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I started this shit as a poet, so.
Yeah, I did.
Emotions.
Yeah, you said you started with poetry before you started like rapping. Yeah, I be tuned in.
Definitely got my heart into poetry.
High hits.
Hell yeah.
And then they did high vibes with you too.
Hell yeah, that's gang.
That was a shot. Yeah, that was a great look.
Shout out to fam, high heads, high vibes.
Yes,
I already do.
Von Rebel.
All that.
These are the people we want to talk to as well.
Gang, pull up. You already know. Certified.
It's a vibe here, man. For real. You pull up. It's no stunt dummy.
You catch a vibe. You catch that vibe.
It's no stunt dummies. You know what I'm saying? And we got the seating back there for the people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just come and chill and watch it, prime time, live time.
Yeah, I didn't know it. I'm definitely gonna bring some.
Yeah, a little something special here over here at BlazinConvo, man. But we wrap it up just one more time. Let everybody know where they can find you.
What's again, y'all? My name is Prodigy. Prodigi. Catch me on Instagram at IAMProdigy. Prodigi. Catch me on Facebook at Prodigy. All platforms: SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora Music, Amazon, everything. You know what I'm saying? Google Music, whatever the hell you listen to music on, you can look up Prodigy, find my music. My favorites and everybody else's favorites so far are We Not the Same, Fuck the World, and Mama. Tap in. We're having a great time. I appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, we finna go active, and 2023 is finna be our year. I appreciate all the love and support. We're going crazy.
Man,
Thank you for having me on the show too, man. We had a great time, for real.
We start off with a bit of dang. Not a bang, a bit of
Bang.
dang. This is the first day of the year.
Yes, sir.
It feels so good.
Damn, I didn't even realize that. Today is the first.
Today is the fizzers.
I don't contact her.
Yeah. We super blitty. The bit of blitties. I gotta get me.
You wanna hit this one straight?
Nah.
Okay, I got you.
If I hit that,
No.
I'm hungry.
That's your tag out too. I was about to say, is that probably that time too? You hungry yet?
Nah, I'm chill.
What's your tag? Your chill tag then, since you're not hungry.
Don't put me out there like that. You ain't shit.
That's it right there. You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
I'm the only one who showed up to work prepared around this motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
You ain't shit.
You know what it is, man. Stay blazed. Stay blessed. Way out this bit. Catch y'all next time.
Yeah.